All right. CJ,
Hello.
Michael, the success engineer. We got to figure out you a nickname.
Well, I can just be the chosen
The chosen one. Oh, yeah, that's right. The chosen one.
one. Yeah.
So the topic today is college worth it? We got two different stories, two different routes that we went.
Yeah.
I went to college. I got my bachelor's degree, master's degree, um, all of that stuff. CJ didn't.
I went straight to work.
Straight to work. But that's the question that is going around these days. So there's so many opportunities, so many things that are going on in the world that kids are able to go ahead and do without having to go to college.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of technology that is out now that was not available when,
well, it's definitely not
especially
available.
when I came out of high school. I mean, you guys can come out here and do what we're doing and make millions of dollars. Um,
If people like you.
yeah, it's
if
definitely
you
people like you. If you went through high school and you couldn't wait to get out like I was, yeah, it's opportunities out there. You just have to make them. Take advantage of the things that um, come forth. It's good. It's always good to know people. I know Mike, so you know that's how we connected, and we have blossomed into this podcast and other adventures and all kinds of things. So it's good to have a mixture of different people in your life so you can have different aspects of life.
So do you think you missed out on anything going to college or not going to college?
I want to say as far as like I guess putting it on a like filling out an app and being like, oh, I have this degree, da 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 da. But no, not really. Um, Obviously, it would make a difference if I was in this era, but I'm not in this era.
Why
Um,
do you think it'll make a difference? What?
well, the technology and everything, the sources, just everything that's at your fingertips right now, that you can just, like I said, you can
Learn.
Google it.
You can learn.
You can learn.
So
It takes you. You don't really have to go to college these days to learn. You just have to apply yourself.
yeah, when we were growing up, we had to go to the library to get books and check out books. Now you can get a whole book. You can get the whole encyclopedia online
Online.
on your phone.
Google it.
Yeah, but the the bare minimum, the 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 smallest least common denominator, the least common multiple of your success is going to be your ability to learn, whether
Mm-hmm.
that's going to college or whether that's going straight into the workforce. Those are two extremes. You got entrepreneurship in there, you got the 9 to 5 in there. A lot of people disrespect the 9 to 5, but a lot of us are coming from unstable situations so that like the 9 to 5 can bring you stability and allow you to do more things and do the thing that you want with that 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are disrespecting the 9 to 5, and I don't think you should disrespect the 9 to 5 because the 9 to 5 you can use as a tool. Once you get good at your 9 to 5 and you're making decent money, then you can start venturing out to do other things
Branch
on your
out.
off time.
Branch out.
Yeah, you got to branch out and
Can't just
um,
be one dimensional.
right.
It's not going to work these years.
And so I tell my students like if you don't go to college, how are you going to develop like over the course of your lifetime?
Yeah.
So going to college is like, and I'm a proponent of going to college, especially for Black, Hispanic, and Asian students, kids,
Yeah.
because of
It's
the fact
definitely an
that
advantage.
it's still a a structured environment for you to learn the ways of the world, right? So if you go to a bigger school, you go to KU, MU, something like
HBU.
that, you will see the different kind of hierarchies that and games and political games that people play. You can kind of understand it, and you can either play it or not play it. But that's how the world works. And if you're not if you're not if you're not playing it, you're gonna have to be really good at the things that you do. So you're gonna have to be able to learn on your own because nobody's gonna teach you. Because when you get out there in the real world, it's competition.
It is competition, and for me, when I got out in the world, I started at my job as a porter, just washing cars, and I graduated to driving. Eventually, I learned how to detail, but I didn't. Besides driving, I learned that myself. Had some teachers, but detailing cars, you can't just go out there and just start doing it. You have to watch and learn, and I think that art of doing that and grasping things is has kind of gone away because of technology. But for me, I wasn't interested in college because I just wanted to go to college for one thing. I was a big computer guy, been in computers since kindergarten, and that was something that I really liked and loved. Um, and I knew that if I went to college, I would have to take stuff that I didn't like and didn't excel in to get to that plateau. And I didn't feel like I wasn't a great student in most of my classes. Most of my classes I excelled in if I liked it, um, which you have to like what you do. But
And that is a is one of the things that a lot of my students are saying. So in my position, I I run the college credit program at a high school, and we give the high school students college credit for free, but we have them take classes that are just the core classes, so they're not necessarily taking a class that is specific to a medical field
yeah,
or
yeah.
but you still have your core classes, you still have electives, and then you get into your major classes.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate enough when I was in college that um, there were some intro classes that I took my first year that kept me interested. Like I knew I had to take the core classes, the English, my science, math,
Yeah, yeah.
those type of things to get the credits to graduate. But um, I was also in my major and I was working in my major as I was going along. So it was kind of a balance there. When you say like usually people don't know what they're going into. I knew what I was already majoring in, so they was like, "Here, take two of these classes, take two of these classes." And then I did that all the way through until I got to my junior senior year and I was taking all my major classes. But
Yeah.
we didn't have the guidance back then either to
No, I mean, for me, I guess I won't say my era, but for me, it was either go to college, go to a military, or 9 to 5, find a job.
yeah.
So I took a long vacation. I was a very lazy bum when I first turned 18, and then one day I decided that I did go to the military. Health wise, I got disqualified, so that was out. I, as I stated before, I didn't want to go to college because I didn't want to take extra stuff. I just wanted to go right to the field I wanted to do, and it wasn't possible. Um, I took somebody home one day at my job that was at DeVry. They told me I could do some things like that would eliminate a lot of things, but obviously DeVry is not around anymore. There's other courses and things that you can take. Like if I wanted to get in computers, I guess I would go to Centric and be there for 4 to 6 months or however long it takes for me to learn it. But yeah, it was either the military or go to college or get a job. Um,
Yeah, now it's I'd say it's 5 ways.
yeah,
So you can go to 2 year, get a associate's degree. You can go 4 years, get a bachelor's degree. You can go to trade school, military, or work.
yeah,
Those are the three routes. But I met a guy when I bought my I just recently purchased a car, and
congratulations,
I met a
congratulations.
yeah, it's just money going out of my pocket. But I met a young kid, 19 years old, working at the dealership, and I was he was like, man, I might be missing out on some uh my friends are in college, they're having fun, they get to go hang out and stuff, and I got to come here to the 9 to 5. And I was like, but you chose that route.
Hmm.
And so if you chose that route, then you have to live with that decision of and not have any regrets. So if you choose that route and you go that route, I need you to go ahead and develop yourself, because this kid was getting teased a little bit because he was coming in late, right, or right on time. And all the other guys that been there for 5 7 years 10 years, they come in like 45 minutes early or hour early, to get set up so they can get their sales and stuff. But he's young, and you know how y'all young kids are. Y'all not trying to listen to what the other older people do,
Yeah,
and it's holding you back. And I was just talking to him about, like, this is a part of your learning process. If you fight it the whole time you here, and when you move on to that next step, you're going to be behind. And
gonna be
whatever
behind.
you were supposed to learn in this process, in this job that you're in right now, you're going to have to learn it in the next job. And now you're going to be behind, or not even behind. It's it's going to take longer to reach where you want to reach,
Yeah,
because you didn't maximize the time right there.
yeah. Um, you know, I gravitate to people that can teach me things. I gravitate to people that are older than me, that have experienced things that I might not have to experience if they got me in the right direction, and then I don't have to do that. But I've always been that type of guy that where I listen, even if it's meaningless information. I still listen because you can take the information that you get and flip it in your own way. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people may misconstrue that. When I'm telling you something, it's not that I want you to actually do it, but it's a way for you to do it and put your own perspective on it to where you can be successful. When older people, give you advice,
When older people talk, listen.
just listen,
Listen. You ain't got to do exactly what they do, but
put your own twist on it
yeah,
because it's advice.
it's advice that's going to come up. It may not be where you're at now,
Hmm.
but it may be a situation that comes up that they already been through, that they're trying to tell you about. So don't block it off. Take That's what I did in
It's
high
not
school.
it's
I
not
was
hating.
it, yeah. But we gotta for coaches, like it's like being a coach. If somebody's giving you advice, if they're coming from the right space, they're like a coach. They have to tell you what you're doing wrong and then correct it by an example. Usually, it's a personal example.
Yeah.
So I come with three. It's it's my FOE, right? FOE,
Okay.
facts, observations, experiences.
Mm.
So if I use all of those. So I got a lot of knowledge in all of the those the FOE, facts,
Good.
observations, and
Life
opinions.
experiences.
Experiences, yeah.
Good.
But usually it's people that are coming from experiences, and they're telling you the experiences that they have, and we have to be open. You have to be
You had to
the
be open to receive it.
yeah. So the first letter in the work hard philosophy is W, and that's the willingness. You have to be willing to um, be open. Willingness opens your mind to the possibility of you receiving what you need to be successful, to move on to the next step. And if you don't take that advice, um, and if you're not listening to it and you cut it off because you feel some type of way,
Some type
even in this podcast and the other podcasts that I'm doing with the young my students,
of way.
one of the teachers, he got a big platform on YouTube, and he built up a whole following. He came and told me, he was like, just come in and do what you're going to do. Don't tell people what you're going to do in the videos, because you're wasting time getting into the video, and people don't have that attention span. And I was like, dang, I can't even explain what I'm gonna do. He was like, no, just do it. And that made me feel some type of way, because I had to sit there and process it and think about what he was actually saying. He's not saying it to be mean. He's
Yeah.
like, this is the facts. These are this is what I what I
Maybe
went through.
maybe you want to get right to the point. But some people do need direction. Some people do need instructions. Oh, pardon me. To get to where you want to go. I mean, the things I learned in life is from others and watching others. You know, I have very good people in my realm, older, younger. I mean, I learn from young people too all the time. So
Right. They
I'm
keep
not
me.
I'm not so set in my ways to where I can't learn. I mean, I am a older dog, but I can still learn things, not tricks, but things. Um, and you know, you have to be open with it. You have to have that mindset to want to grow. And you guys that are young, you guys are still seeds in the ground. You still need to get watered. You're not just gonna grow because the sun is out. It's cold right now, but
And
the sun is out.
the person you want to be is not the same person that you are as a 19-year-old
No,
or a 15-year-old.
no, you're
The
gonna.
Your 15-year-old self is not the same person you're gonna be when you graduate high school, and
Mm-mm,
the 18-year-old you that graduated high school is not gonna be the 25-year-old you.
different,
So
different mindsets.
right, and I was talking to the young salesperson, and I was like, dude, like, this is why we reverse engineer stuff, so you can kind of see what aspects of your life you need to start tweaking and changing, because there's not a lot of things that haven't been done in the world that somebody hasn't already done.
Yeah.
It's not unique. People want to go into real estate. People want to go into insurance. People want to go into whatever they want to go into. Somebody has already done it before, and if you want to be successful as a young person, you have to go model what they are doing. And if you don't model it, and you can do that because people are online telling you, you got to find the right people, because the right people come with that faux facts, observations, and experiences. So if they come with all three of those, and they not really asking you to buy something that's outrageous, like a $10,000 course, like,
Mm-mm.
just use their
Use the
information.
avenues.
Yeah.
Use the avenues.
And the most instructional stuff that I had, even though I put in the work first, like, I did the physical work, went to school, did the jobs, all of that stuff, but to make the connections, Steve Jobs said that you don't make connections looking forward, you make connections looking backwards. You connect the dots looking for backwards, not make the connect, or, uh, connect the dots looking forward. So, um, like, what connected the dots for me was the books that I was reading, the people's experiences that I was experiencing in these books, and the professional development that I was getting from these books. I was like, dude, I was already doing this. Like I was on the right path, coming in to work on time or um, uh, early, doing my job, learning other people's jobs, so I make me more effective.
Being accountable.
Yep.
You have to be accountable. That's the key to success. I used to wake up in the morning and put on Facebook, be committed to excellence, or you know, what was another one? I kind of stopped using it because people took it the wrong way. Adapt or perish. The perish part,
What
people
is
didn't
that?
like.
What does that mean to you? So why do people take it?
Well,
Why
for
do you
me,
think?
to adapt or perish means that either you can get with the way of the world and put your blend into it and be accountable and be a part of it, or you can perish. That means just shut yourself off from it. No, I'm not interested in that. That's not for me. And for me, there's a lot of things that are not for me that are for others. Things I'm just not gonna, participate in. So I perish on those things, and that's fine for me because you have to be willing and accountable to portray those things. And I'm not a portrayer per se on certain aspects of life. So for me, it was just it's all about your mindset and um, being committed to excellence means that if you look in the mirror, you are the excellence. You have to be committed to yourself before you can be committed to anything else. Because if you're not committed to yourself, how are you going to be committed to anything? It starts with you. It always starts with you. Starts with Mike. He wakes up, he works hard, he has that whole
Philosophy.
philosophy. I lost the words, but he has the whole philosophy to make those things happen, and he shows it and he proves it every day. Everything about what he wants is about working hard. He's working hard. We're working on this podcast. We're working hard to make it better and better. And we're going to get to that plateau to where it's going to look easy, but you have to put the work in. You have to be committed to it in order to be committed to excellence. And a lot of people do not like that philosophy because it is, from a team that is in Vegas right now. But it's a mentality for me. Even if I wasn't a fan of that team, I would still adopt that commitment to excellence because if you don't want better for yourself, how can you pass it along? How can you show somebody, hey, I did it this way. It's a new era. You can do it this way, and it's a little bit easier. You don't have to go through the hard steps.
And another thing with passing it along, somebody passed you along a easier way. We got an easier way from our parents, our grandparents, our relatives and ancestors, and you are benefiting off of the blood, sweat, and tears of people that came before you.
Yep.
So especially if you come from a disadvantaged background, uh, uh, an unstable background, um, there's people that fought for your rights to be able to read, and we don't want to go read nothing. We don't want to read the paper that's in front of us at the school, like on your desk. You don't want to read that stuff.
Why not?
Why not? That's what I'm saying. And people got killed for knowing how to read in some cultures and in America.
You had to hide certain things at certain eras in life because if you did, then you were brought out and you were made an example of.
Yeah, they got unalived. We gotta start saying that. Well, they got unalived by because they knew how to read. And if somebody doesn't want you to know how to read, they do not want you to be successful, and they want to be able to manipulate you into doing whatever it is that they want you to do. So you got to understand that reading is a power. Being able to comprehend and learn and think for yourself is a power, a superpower that a lot of people had gotten before you. And like just like we said, it was only three ways that we could be, what we three avenues that we could
Yeah,
go. Y'all got more than y'all got more than us. Y'all
yeah.
got five plus
I got a highway
avenues.
now.
Yeah, y'all got a
We
highway.
was we was in a horse and carriage damn near, just trying to
Just
get
20
on the,
years
yeah,
ago.
we was a horse and carriage just driving down the dirt road, and now bam, you got highways, you got asphalt, you got faster cars, you got electric cars. It's all types of things of the evolution that you can take advantage of now because of the people before you. I'm not saying that, the people before you had it cool or, didn't struggle, because they did. Everything comes with a struggle of some sort. It's not going to just be easy to where we can just hand it to you. You got to work for it. You got to be committed to excellence. And excellence is you. If you can't have that mindset, then you're going to be controlled. And that's just the bottom line. You're going to be controlled. You're going to deal with the trends. You're going to try and fit in with that. And that's not what you want to do. You want to be an individual as much as possible, but still contribute to life. And you can do that to where you don't have to be a cookie cutter type person. You can be your own way and express yourself. I went to Chick-fil-A last night, and I saw a young lady that I think was expressing herself fashion wise. It was very extraordinary, to say the least. So
Yeah, how people view you is how they see you and how you present yourself. That's what I should say. How you present yourself is it comes with its advantages and consequences. So if people don't think you're professional in the way you dress, I had to have a conversation with one of my students. I'm like, you're the manager. They asked you to sing at the for the national anthem at the basketball game, but you was wearing a jacket that was falling off your shoulder, and I was like, you're not working. You're not doing the stuff for those people. It's not doing it just to get on your resume. You
yeah,
don't know who's in the audience. The mayor of the city could have been in the audience and saw that you was doing everything around, and then you got good grades on top of that,
yeah,
and you look professional. But nobody was telling her this anyway. She knows that she needs to be professional, but it wasn't of high concern to her, her appearance all the time. But when you're trying to be professional and you're trying to move up the ladder of success, and maybe I need to stop saying success, but just move it up the ladder in life.
well, opportunity. Say opportunity.
Yeah, opportunities. So when you want more and more opportunities, you got to be conscious of all of that. So maybe you will have to, early in your career, in your work life, you might have to wear a shirt and tie when you don't want to wear a shirt and tie
Yeah,
every day.
you can't always be comfortable in life. You have to.
Right.
Discomfort helps you achieve comfort, if that makes sense.
So, um, tell us in the comments what um is college worth it? Is college the way you want to go, or what is the route that you want to go? Remember, it's work, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, military, or trade school.
5 options.
Those five. That's what I surmise it down to. So, which one of those options is best for you? And tell us why in the comments. Anything else? Last words?
No. My last words are going to be, treat yourself how you want to be treated. Create opportunity as much as you can. Be committed to excellence, which is yourself. And, try and be all the way up all the time.
All the way up. And work hard. Always work hard. we'll talk to
Please,
you later.
please work hard.